Because I'm a lunatic, I'm making my first violin without professional training. Today, I am working on the bass bar. So what is the bass bar? Well, it is a structure that fits underneath the top of the violin and runs roughly in this direction. And location-wise, it sits right where the bass foot of the bridge is going to be resting on top of this instrument, and wherever the low notes are going to be sending vibrations into the top. Now, the bass bar serves two functions. It helps to stabilize this arch along the long grains, and it gives it structural support. But it also takes vibrations from the bridge and sends it down and up, and makes sure that this entire top moves and flexes while the violin is playing. You may have noticed from the mess of glue here that I've just glued this in, and it needs a little bit of cleanup work. And the next thing I need to do is carving out the curtade cycloid, which is a curved profile that goes from this point out to this end, and from here on out to this end. You'll notice that from the highest point here, it's divided into 4 equal sections, and the length from here to here is actually shorter than the length from here to here, because I'm going off of this notch in between these F-holes. Yes, that's their name. See my video about the jokes. Because this arch is not in the exact geographic center of the top, which would be somewhere about here, but it's actually lower than that, because this high spot of the bass bar needs to be exactly on the spot where the bridge is pressing down against this top. And this little crosshair indicates where my sound post is going to go. That's a whole topic for another video right there. For right now, I'm not doing any real fine work to the bass bar. Tuning it will come later. Tonight, I'm really concerned with just getting this rough carved to shape. See this? This is why I say I'm a lunatic for doing this. I wasn't supposed to go beyond that pencil line. Now I'll have to glue that back in place. But to be fair, this is because the wood split on me, not because I ran my chisel through it. But that's part of the deal. The recurring joke is that I am a lunatic for trying this without the benefit of being able to go to school for it or study directly under a master in person. They would have helped me to avoid that mistake. But you know what? In this case, the mistake is my teacher. Something I'm finding out more and more to be true is that sometimes there really is no substitute for screwing up and doing your best to fix it and learning as you go. Somebody that never makes mistakes, I'll show you someone that never got out of bed. But that in itself is a mistake. And just because you're the person that makes mistakes today, doesn't mean that you can't learn the wisdom of that lesson tomorrow. You don't even have to stay you. Alan Watts remarked, You're under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. I find that very liberating. And you know, the reason why I held off on doing this for the longest time was specifically because I didn't have the ability to go to school to do this. And I thought to myself that, well, being an amateur violin maker, with as much perfectionism as the pros bring to bear on the craft, I might as well try to become an amateur brain surgeon. It seemed lofty, completely unrealistic. But you know what? I hit a point in my life where the desire to do this suddenly outweighed my fear of failure. And yeah, I just decided I'm going to do this. And you know what? I don't need somebody else's permission to try. So maybe, that thing you were thinking about doing, maybe you ought to do more than just think about it. Maybe you owe it to yourself to give it a shot. It's never too late. So that's about all the thoughts I have for tonight. Make sure you all take care of each other. And take care of yourselves too. Drink water, get plenty of rest.